Hello and welcome to the webinar. In this webinar, we will discuss how Zoho CRM can be integrated with the ERP system, and we will showcase ERP integration with Zoho CRM through Microsoft Dynamics NAV, and we will showcase you through a live demo as well. So let's start the webinar. So this will be our agenda. So this webinar is organized in association with APPSeCONNECT partner CRM Nordic. So we will discuss and have a brief of CRM Nordic and what they do, and then we will go into the integration aspect between Zoho CRM and the ERP system. We will mention that how we can help you to connect the Zoho CRM with the backend ERP system, and what will be the business benefits, what are the business scenarios, why this integration is required, how does the integration work, and the benefits of the integration. We will also have a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. So I would like to request all attendees to note down the questions and let us know when during the Q&A session you can post these questions in the questions pane, and we can try to reply on these questions as best we can in this webinar session, or otherwise we will get back to you over email. So CRM Nordic, as I mentioned, is a premier Zoho CRM partner, and to mention about them, what they do, what is their focus, how they're deeply connected with the Zoho CRM and the Zoho ecosystem. I have with me Soren from CRM Nordic. Soren, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am, and hello to everyone. My name is Søren, and we have joined this webinar and joined this apps eConnect to showcase you the integration with Microsoft Dynamics now into Zoho CRM. And as a lot of you may know, CRM Nordic is a Zoho partner which operates in Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. And the only thing that we do is implement and support all of the Zoho apps, and is trying to spread the word in the Nordic countries that 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 Zoho is the way to go. So as mentioned, at the end of the seminar, there will be the time to ask questions, and if any of you have any questions regarding the integration or the price or the process, please be free to send us a mail or ask ask questions at the end of the seminar. But with no further delay, I think that we should go into the integration and showcase how the platform works. So I will just give the word back to Sharan.
Thanks, Soren. Thanks for the introduction and briefing us about the CRM Nordic and their association with Zoho and the Zoho ecosystem in the Scandinavian countries. So let us proceed with the presentation. So APPSeCONNECT is the name of an integration platform. So APPSeCONNECT is an integration platform offered as a service, or we rather call it an iPaaS. And this platform bridges the gap between by connecting different business applications and exchange the critical business data back and forth between these applications, which In this case, for this webinar will be the CRM and the ERP system. And in this way, AppPSeConnect helps to streamline the business process, increase the productivity since the data is being automatically fed from one application to another application, be it a sales order, be it an item information or the customer information, quotation, AR invoice, anything, all the critical business data can be configured to sync automatically from one platform to one other platform, and this increases the efficiency in processing that data, because often you need to fulfill the orders, often you need to process an invoice, often you need to check whether the payment is received or not, often you need to see what are the leads which you have received in a particular period of time, and all these information you want either from your CRM system or from your ERP system. So these two systems need to be connected, need to have all the data within these. So that's what we do. We automate the business process efficiency of an organization. So our vision as an organization is to transform the modern day business, because we understand that in modern days any business have to use multiple applications because everyone wish to use the best of breed applications, the best in the class. So if we think as an ERP, if you are considering an ERP and if you are considering to implement an ERP within your organization, Microsoft is a leading platform ERP provider in the market, and Dynamics NAV is a very simple, easy to use ERP system. So approximately more than 100,000 users are currently using Dynamics NAV. So this is a best of breed application. On the other hand, Zoho CRM, if we think, is a very easy to use cloud-based CRM system which is being used by millions of users across the globe. So any organization who wish to use a CRM system for their Salesforce automation and wish to have an ERP system in back office to process everything, to process the backline, the back office business processes, they will go for these best of breed system, which is Zoho or Dynamics NAV. So if you are using multiple applications and these applications are not connected to each other, this leads to inefficiency, this leads to error, and often the organization tries to input the data manually. But if you have thousands of business data which you are trying to input manually into the other system, this will create a lot of errors, this will require a lot of manpower. So we are trying to eliminate this through innovative and futuristic tool, which is AppPSeConnect, which connects this business application seamlessly. How AppPSeConnect works, we are simply showing these four elements. So first of all, we are connecting the business applications using the best practices like the web services APIs, REST APIs in such way. So we connect these applications using the best practice as recommended by the OEM. We try to synchronize the data, two-way data synchronization we establish. So let's say you or any organization is trying to create an account, contact, or a lead within their CRM, that will automatically sync to the ERP system, and in the ERP system you will see that data. Similarly, if you create a business partner or a customer within the customer card of NAV, so that customer information along with the contact person information will sync to Zoho, and it will create a new account and contact. So the synchronization works automatically and bidirectional. Next is streamlining the process. So we try to streamline the business process between the two applications. So for an example, from Zoho, you create a lead. That lead will sync to the ERP system. In Zoho, you convert a lead to an account and contact that will get converted within the ERP system. In Zoho, you create a quotation, or the sales employees are creating a quotation within Zoho, which they are giving to their end customers, though that quotation or that sales order or that invoice will seamlessly go to the ERP system. From ERP, the item information, the pricing updates will regularly reach to the Zoho CRM and keep the Zoho CRM price list, the item information updated. So in this way, we are streamlining not only two applications, but we are streamlining the business process of an organization. After the streamlining the business process is complete, we try to amplify. That means with the automation, your resources, the resources of any organization who is using Zoho and the ERP system, and using APPSeCONNECT for this, for integration. The next level is amplification. So you can concentrate on your business growth rather than inputting the data manually or analyzing whether the data entered are correct or not, trying to rectify that. So all those tasks are not required. You can simply, or your resources can simply concentrate on growth, on productivity, on marketing planning, on getting more business. So thus we try to amplify the business of an organization. So there are two models of integration when we are connecting two different applications. As we know that Zoho as a CRM system is a completely cloud-based CRM, while NAV can be used in cloud, like in Dynamics 365 Business Central cloud model, or it can be used in on-premise model, like most of the customers of NAV are using. So that's why our integration models are also different for different kind of architecture or different kind of environment which customers have. If the customers is using NAV and Zoho both on cloud, then we have a complete cloud-based integration. If the customer is using, or the organization is using, Zoho CRM as a cloud application but NAV as an on-premise application, then we have a hybrid model as well, where there will be an on-premise component within the NAV ERP server. So since we are connecting different architectures in different environment, AppSeConnect have different delivery models. So during implementation, we follow the delivery model as per the organization's architecture and the environment. So now we will move to a live demo of Zoho CRM and Dynamics NAV. So just before the live demo, I just like to quickly mention the benefits of integration, because often we face these questions that what will be the benefit of connecting these two applications. So first, as I mentioned, is the business process will be streamlined. Manual data entry like sales order of Zoho, creating that manually within NAV ERP, or creating a quotation of Zoho manually within NAV. These kind of things are not required. The data will be synced, or the business documents will sync from one system to another system in a fully automatic mode. When you are not entering data manually, your chance of getting data duplication or data redundancy errors will be next to none. So you need not to concentrate on or check whether the data coming from Zoho to NAV, whether this is correct, this is wrong or not, because you are not manually entering this. This is automatic process. One thing is very important in business, that is order fulfillment, because in order to satisfy the customer, you need to fulfill the sales orders that you have received, or you need to provide a sales order against a quotation as soon as possible when the sales employee wants. So this kind of things can only be possible if the systems are streamlined and data is syncing from one platform to another seamlessly, which we provide, the AppSeConnect platform provides, and thus the order can be fulfilled in much less time than the previous model where you are manually entering the data. After using AppSeConnect, when the data is syncing seamlessly across application, you are saving a lot of time and effort. You can process the orders and plan the fulfillment quickly, and you can concentrate on getting more business, getting more sales, uh, in marketing planning, in business discussions. Thus it improves a customer's experience of doing business. And when all the data is coming to your ERP system, then you are getting a 360-degree view of your business. So you, from the ERP, in this case from the NAV ERP, you can generate any number of reports, that what are the quotations, pending quotations, what is the sales order which is in pipeline, which sales orders are open, which sales orders are closed, how much sales I have generated in last quarter, in last year, in might be a month. So you will get all the details and a 360-degree view of your business. You just need to prepare your reports within the ERP system accordingly. And AppSeConnect helps with all these activity. It helps to boost the productivity and the profitability. So these are the benefits of integrating CRM with the ERP system. Now let's move towards a live demo where we will showcase few integration points, few data exchange points between the Zoho CRM and the backend ERP system. For this demo, I have with me my team member Gagi, who is ready with her demo environment to showcase this integration process. Gagi, able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm just keeping myself mute for the demo. Once this is done, then I will again unmute and proceed with the next part of this presentation.
Yes, sure. Could you just give me the presenter, right?
Yeah, I'm trying. Have you joined from your own name or any other name?
Yeah, it's Gargi Chaudhary, my
Okay,
own name. Yeah.
okay. I guess you have received the presenter, right?
Not yet. So, hello everyone. I think Subha already told you about the architecture and gave you a very brief description of what we do, how we connect. Now, without wasting any further time, I'll quickly jump into the demo. So, yeah, we have two components and we have two models. So, cloud model and the cloud and on-premise hybrid architecture both are available. And from cloud part, we actually configure all the business logic, the field mapping, and we have a very lightweight software application, which is APPSeCONNECT agent, from where the data synchronization takes place. Now for the integration points, I have prepared a demo environment between Zoho CRM and Microsoft Dynamics Navision, where I will be showing you few integration points. So let's quickly start off with the first integration points, which is the account and contact synchronization from Zoho CRM to Navision. For that, I have created one account in Zoho. You can see the account name and the other mandatory information you can provide over here. You can provide the phone number and the other default fields in Zoho CRM along with the address information as well. And once you create the account details, you can quickly move into the next part, which is the contact. So you can create a new contact which can be associated with the organization or rather with the account. So one or two contact persons can be associated with the same account and you can provide the contact details as well. The contact person name, email ID and other default fields or the mandatory fields which needs to be given in the time of creating a new account and contact in Zoho. And once we create the information, we can quickly jump into the apps eConnect agent from where the data synchronization triggers. And we have several data points available for it. So initially, I'll be starting off with the account or rather the customer in NAV. So we have the different trigger points available and using that, we can have the data synchronization done successfully in NAV. So after successfully synchronize the customer, I just quickly click on this uh, integration point for contact. Now let me quickly go back to the customer in NAV and let me quickly just search with the account name. So here we can see that the customer is successfully synchronized with all the details that we provided in our Zoho CRM account. We have the account name, we have all the address and the communication or the contact information that we put in Zoho. Now let me just quickly go back to the contact synchronization or rather the contact field in NAV and let me just quickly type in the name of the contact that we put in the Zoho CRM account. So here you can see that that is the contact person name rather the company name and all the details. So this is how you can successfully synchronize your account and contact from Zoho to Navision. And it's a bidirectional sync. So someone can have the existing details in Navision, they can synchronize from NAV to Zoho as well. Now moving on, the next integration process or rather the integration point that we have is the item. So we can create a new item in Navision And based on the standard practice, we can synchronize the item details from NAV to Zoho. Just like the way you can create a new item by providing all the item mandatory details. You can make sure you can provide the item number, the description of the item, and unit price, and moving on, all the mandatory information in Navision, the posting groups, and we have created some extra fields using our own APPSeCONNECT extension, which is completely certified by Microsoft itself. And using that, you need to put in the other details to make sure all the information between Zoho CRM and any ERP like Navision has successfully been synchronized. So after putting in all the details in NAV, I can quickly going into the Sync Panel tab, and from Microsoft Dynamics Navision to Zoho CRM direction, we have already created an integration point, item synchronization, and after successfully synchronizing the item, I'm quickly going into the product part, product sync page in Zoho, and you can see this is the item, and that is successfully synchronized from Zoho to from Navision to Zoho. And it is also a bidirectional sync. So someone can create, or rather someone can have the existing item details and they can sync from Zoho CRM to Navision side. Now moving on, the next integration point that I'm going to showcase you, and that is the sales order. So you can put in the sales order subject, the name of the order, and you can put in the deal or the potential name for that. And following the other details like the account name, from which account you need to sync this particular sales order, and followed by the contact person name. So once I have the sales order information, I can put in or I can add in the line item details. So here I'm just giving the line item details. Yeah, that's the line item details and that's the quantity, and I'll just quickly save the sales order from Zoho CRM. Now going back to my APPSeCONNECT agent, I have the integration point available for sales order, and I'll quickly trigger the integration point to have my sales order available on the Navision side. So from Nav, I'll open the sales order, and here I'll just quickly give in the name of the account to see that my sales order has coming or not. So this is the order which I have created from Zoho CRM side, and all the information is successfully synced to Navision with the line items. So in this way, we can sync a new sales order from Zoho to Nav. So these are some of the integration points that we have created in between Zoho CRM and Microsoft Dynamics Navision.
Thank you, Gagi, for the demo. So in the meantime, if you have any question, kindly post in the questions pane. We would be happy to answer all your questions during this session. So I've already received few questions. I will proceed with that. So the first question that I've received is whether this is compatible with the Zoho One plan. So yes, we are compatible with Zoho One plan. We are compatible with any Zoho CRM plans which are more than above the professional plan. Starting from the professional plan, we can connect the Zoho CRM with the backend ERP system. The second question is whether this is how this will be automatic. So in the demo, so basically all the integration points which are shown during the demo, there are three options to do the data sync in each integration point. The first option is a manual trigger, so anyone can click on the manual trigger and can sync the data instantly. The second option is a time interval, so after each and every 1 minute that integration point will execute and sync the data to the other system. So 1 minute is the minimum time interval, the maximum is 59 minutes. Depending on the requirement, the integration point can be configured. The third option is scheduler. So in scheduler, if you want, we can configure that, let's say at 12 o'clock midnight, the item price updates will be synced from Nav to the Zoho CRM, or from in the ERP to the Zoho CRM. So it can be configured as well. So all the integration points can be executed in, can be configured in any one of these three manners. It can be for an organization for the data sync process. We can configure it like this, that the item sync can be done manually. So whenever the organization is adding a new item in their ERP, they can say click on the manual trigger of item add, and then the item will be synced to the Zoho CRM. There is no need for automatic, since might be the organization is adding the item after each and every certain time period. Let's say in a month or in a quarter, they have few items to add. So that's why it can be a manual trigger. While the price updates can be happen in a fully automatic mode, whenever the price is updated, the price will be changed within the Zoho CRM as well. While the quotation sync can happen, or the sales order sync can happen at 12 o'clock midnight. So during the day, whatever the sales order received within Zoho CRM, all the sales order will be synced back to the NAV at 12 o'clock midnight for the next day processing. So in different way, the connector and the integration points can be configured, and all options are available, and depending on the requirement of the organization, we can configure the connector accordingly. The third question that I have received, that which version of NAV is it compatible with? So we are compatible with from NAV 2009 R2 onward, with SQL Server as the database, and we need role tailored client, or RTC, not the classic client, role tailored client, to complete our implementation of APPSeCONNECT. So this is also the minimum requirement. The minimum version compatibility is NAV 2009 R2 and onward. And we are compatible to up to the latest version, which is NAV 2018 or Dynamics Business Central on-premise or Dynamics Business Central Cloud. So we are compatible with these versions as well. Yeah, the next question that I have received is how to connect with the ERP system. So basically we connect ERP system using mostly the standard integration component. In the NAV ERP, the standard integration component is web services APIs, and in Zoho we have REST APIs. So using the standard integration components, we are syncing the data back and forth between these applications. So if you have any question, please write it down so that we can try to answer that. You can also send your questions to our partner, Soren. The email ID is shown in the screen, or for any inquiries, you can reach out to him as well. And he will be, he can forward all these details to us so that we can answer. The next question which I have received is which ERPs we are compatible with. So Dynamics NAV, Dynamics Business Central, under Dynamics 365. So this is what and Dynamics GP as well. So these are the ERPs we cover in the Microsoft ecosystem. In the SAP ecosystem, we are compatible with SAP Business One, SAP by Design, and SAP ECC All-in-One or S4 HANA. So this is in the SAP ecosystem. We are also compatible with Sage 300. We are compatible with Acumatica. We can also connect to Priority ERP, which is very popular in Middle East. So there are many ERP systems with which we have compatibility. Apart from that, if there are any other ERPs which has REST APIs, so we can connect to that ERP using the REST APIs. Also, we can connect Zoho CRM with a custom ERP or a custom application using different techniques such as XML or flat file. So using different ways, we can connect to a custom application as well. So please let us know if you have any further information or any question you have in mind, so that we can answer on that. Or else we'll be wrapping up the presentation in next 1 minute. Soren, in the meantime, if you'd like to brief anything to the attendees, you can mention that. Your email ID is there, so if anyone has any questions, they can reach you. If you'd like to mention anything to the attendees, you can mention.
No, I think you covered a good a good deal of it all. As you have mentioned, if there is any questions or any the specific thing, you just write me and I will answer, or I will get the answer from AppsECONNECT. So I'll just say thank you for joining here, and if you've got any questions at all, please feel free to write me or call me, or else we will also be in touch to 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 gather any further information that you might need.
Okay. Thanks, Soren, for participating in this webinar. And I'd like to thank all the attendees to participate in the webinar to spare their valuable time with us. I hope you have enjoyed the webinar and we have provided some useful information to you to remember. Please let us know if you have any queries around Zoho CRM, around Dynamics NAV, and around system integration. So let us know if you have any questions. And this session is being recorded. So within few days, you will get emailers from us where you will get the video link of this webinar, as well as you will get the presentation in presentation link as well of this webinar in the same email, so you can read it through, you can watch it again, or you can distribute these links to any other people within your organization who might be interested to know more. Thank you all. Have a nice day.